All right, Jandy, let's take a look at your hand. Let's see what we're working with. All right, so we've got some growth, and we're just gonna remove our nail art, and we're gonna take it down pretty low because I wanna do an encapsulated design. So I know that they need to be thin, but we also kind of need to keep that shape as straight as we can because her nails like to grow down. Like this one, you can really see it's kind of wanting to come down on us. Okay, should be easy though. We should be able to fix this. All right, let's get to removing this. So I'm just gonna go in with my bit here, one of my stronger bits, and we'll get this removed. I'll put my e-file. I'm gonna actually put it on 16,000 RPMs. And if you're just coming in, you're just right on time. So just settle on in. I'm just getting to remove this here. We're just gonna take our time and enjoy for as long as the dogs will allow. Right? Before they start pitching a fit. If there's any red that's on the sides or close to her skin or cuticle, I'm just gonna wait until I switch out to a little bit lighter of a bit, then I'll get that. I'll get as close as I feel comfortable getting, and then I'm gonna take that bulk down just a wee bit.
Tam Tam says hi.
Hey Tam Tam, how are you? Welcome on in. Getting warm on you? Okay, I'll move on to the next one. We're just kind of at the very beginning stages here. I came on about 10 minutes early just because I was ready, and I thought, well, I'm so slow that even if people come on in at 30 minutes past, then they'll still be getting to see a good amount. So
5 minutes early.
Oh, 5 minutes early? Okay, well, that's not as bad as I thought. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. It's gonna be a really fun set. I'm excited. I'm still feeling the metallic. I thought after a couple of sets that I did, I thought, well, that'll kind of like fill my metallic craving for a minute. But it didn't quite. I'm still like, I still want to do metallics. But that's okay because it'll go really good with your other hand. Jandy likes to do different nail art on each hand. And she'd probably do it on every single finger if we could. Which we can if we want. And who knows, we might. Because we are kind of just playing. She doesn't have a specific design that she wants to do. So I just kind of grabbed a couple things and I thought, well, let's just kind of play. It's kind of one of my favorite ways to do it anyway. Just kind of have fun with it. It's like getting all your art supplies out and just kind of having a go at it.
Sahi maybe says hi.
Sahi, hi.
And Carla.
And Carla. How are y'all? Where are you guys from? Where are you coming in from? We're here in Dallas, Texas.
Ghost faces.
Hey, ghost faces. So I'm really just focusing on removing the nail art, and I'm just going to kind of move on to each finger doing that, and then we'll just kind of go back and debulk a bit.
Some
Hi, Samira
And Mabel.
and Mabel.
Mabel's in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. I wish I was in Puerto Rico. I love the beach and I love mountains and pretty trees. Hey, Dorothy. We're just going to kind of take this down just a little bit. There we go. Now it's coming.
Mabel lives like 20 minutes from the beach.
Oh my gosh, 20 minutes from the beach. Do you go a lot? I would think that you would. Then again, I'm about 20 minutes from downtown Dallas, and I don't go enough. But I do love doing stuff like, I like going on tours and going to the museums and, you know, if there's something special going on in town, checking it out. Okay, I'm going to turn my e-file down and we're going to debulk just a little bit. So here I'm just going to be kind of taking off if there's anything noticeably that's a lot. And I know. Okay, let's see if that works any better. I restarted my Wi-Fi. Okay, let me see your hand, Jandy. Let me see your hand.
It's only been 40 seconds.
It's okay. You're all right. Okay, I'm going to back us up just a hair so they can see a little bit better. There we go. You guys can see pretty good, can't you? Okay, I'm going to use my little silver, my little peel off silver pieces. And it looks good? Okay. I'm going to tear us some of this off. I don't know. It's so weird.
And someone else had the same.
Yeah, I know. Well, I noticed too, we didn't have too many people in the chat, which means somehow it wasn't getting out that I was live, you know? Hey guys, welcome on in. We are just getting started. I just put on, let me kind of walk you through what we did so far. And you can always go back and watch it later. For some reason, YouTube was being goofy. So I removed her previous nail decor and shaped her nails. And then I put on one layer of our Goya jelly, which is kind of it's a black jelly. But if you put it on kind of light, it just kind of looks like a little bit of a dark shadowy background. And now I'm going in with my little foil and we're just kind of put this around on each finger. We'll go ahead and kind of decorate the fingers as we go along. And whoop, there we go. Let me grab it again. I lost my little foil. Hang on, guys. Okay, got it back. Okay, there's one. Let's get this one. I know, right? I don't know what was going on. Well, I thought it was weird too. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube was doing that. YouTube's acting goofy. Maybe it's the storm. You know, the hurricane. Maybe it's having a problem. Okay. So I'm putting a pretty good amount of this silver. And by the way, guys, I don't really know what I'm doing today. I'm just going to, I kind of grabbed a bunch of things that were kind of metal-ish colored, and we're just going to kind of play. But I did want a darker background, so I decided to use that same, that Goya color that's so pretty.
It said that was really weird.
It was. I don't know. I know, I was like, wow, no one's in here. But you know what, though? I noticed, though, like, people commenting, so I thought, well, that's strange. It looks like no one's in here, but we've got comments going on. I don't know.
Must have missed a whole lot of the stream. Not too much.
No, not really at all. Just the very beginning. We just got started doing the nail art. So this is my second step. So other than just I laid down that black jelly, I'm on this step now. So you're right on time, really. Because the black jelly part was easy. It's just like putting on a polish, you know.
Maggie Shepherd said hi.
Hey, Maggie Shepherd. And I'm just kind of putting a good amount of that silver. Let's see, Jandy.
Maggie loves videos.
Thank you, Maggie. I love entertaining, because I always get so entertained by others' videos if it's something I really like to watch and if it's like a pleasant video. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not always pleasant. So I try to kind of create an environment where you can either have me on in the background or watching me or falling asleep, whatever you would like. Because I listen to videos all hours of the day. Okay, wait, I got a good one stuck. There we go. Let's put it more on this side. Okay, my voice is getting scratchy. Scratchy. We've had weird weather, but I wonder if it's not that from that hurricane, you know? Maybe it's kind of affecting everything. Did that light help me moving that a little bit? Maybe it did. Okay. I feel like we need a little bit more on this thumb just because why not? And we're almost done with this step. Make it this last little bit. We'll just kind of put it right over in here. There we go. Just kind of flatten it down.
Maggie said those nails are so pretty.
Aren't they? I mean, really, at any step, you could really say, okay, we're done and top coat them, and that'd be beautiful. But we're going to carry on. So stick with us here. Okay, let's see. The next thing I want to do, I think, is I'm looking to see what all I brought here. Oh, let's do some of these. It's kind of a blue, but I think just a few of them will look kind of like titanium in a way. I don't mind having like a little bit of extra color here. Okay, whoops. All right, so I'm just gonna like real kind of sparsely. And if I've got some on my stick, I'll just kind of come on over to the next one. This one's got too many up here. Kick these off. I can always use them from my sheet. Ooh, that's pretty. I like the way that sparkles.
Michael said something is happening with YouTube.
I know. I heard that earlier today too when I was watching about the hurricane stuff, and they were mentioning that they kept having problems with YouTube. So I don't know what they got going on. Maybe it's hurricane trouble. It could be, right? I think.
So, I don't know where they're at.
I don't either. Okay. It's just like a little bit extra. Let me do a little bit more on this one. Maybe over here. There's one. Okay.
She said there might be YouTube trolls.
Maybe so. Those dang trolls. Okay, I'm just kind of going around and laying one here and there. I had a bunch flying around everywhere, so I'm grabbing them from kind of all around the table. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. It just kind of gives a little bit. I feel like I need a little bit more here. Okay. There we go. Let me get some off of my lid. Maybe that'll be a good, no, that's not a good source to grab it from. Didn't really let me get it. Now I picked up a whole ton. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of squish those down. I'm gonna go over to the thumb. Can you guys see pretty good?
Side just a little.
Let me see. I know sometimes that light is not quite. Let me see if I can. Okay.
It's dead center.
All right. Thank you, Jandy. Yeah, I was really feeling the metallic again. I didn't get one that time. Whoop, now I grabbed a whole bunch. Hold on. I got enough for a whole nother hand here. Whoop. It's not wanting to stick there. So that means I need a little bit of gel right in here. So I'm just gonna grab that base coat that I started with because it's clear and I can just, hang on, let me get this wiped off. I can just put like a little dab in here and just while it's wet, I can.
Layla said, let me not say anything about YouTube. They're going to block me from my own channel.
Right. Listen, I wouldn't doubt it. Not one bit. Okay, and the nuker, Jandy. Okay, I think for now we've done good with our, I'm gonna call them titanium. They're actually called, they're by Young Nails, and they're called Godbod. Godbod. That's kind of strange. It's a weird name, huh? Okay. Next one that I want to grab. This is kind of a really different one. Okay, these are like little holographic silver pieces. We'll use this next. I'm probably going to have to get Jandy. Let me see, Jandy, hand me your hand. Because I think I'm going to have to go on with a little bit more base coat just to kind of give us some more spots to grab so that it'll stick. Yeah, probably. If it takes off some of that glitter, don't even worry with it. Something tells me if it takes off the glitter, that it was just meant to come off in that area for whatever reason. God said, we got other plans for you, little glitter. A little bit more on here. Okay, back in the nuker, Jandy, just for like 15 seconds. That should be enough to give us a sticky surface. Okay. Get my little holographic pieces here. We won't put too many of these on, I don't think. I think a little will go a long way, I feel like. And then I have this gorgeous holographic that you guys are gonna die for. I can't wait to even show you. I found it at a hobby store. That we have a little local hobby store that that usually sells like stuff to make dresses or like little art pieces and stuff. And when I saw it, I thought, oh my Lord, I have to have that. I have to have that glitter. Okay, let me see your hand. Okay. I think I'll do some of the smaller pieces on this one. Ooh, that's pretty looking. Maybe we'll put one over here. I'm just going to try to fit them in as flat as I can. Here we go. There we go. Oh, that's cool looking. Okay. This one's a long one. If I can get it to stick, that will look really cool. Let's see if I can get it. I don't know if it's going to want to stay. It's probably not going to want to stay pushed down. We're going to try it anyway. Okay, no, it's not going to want to. And I'm not going to fight it. Okay. that one's a weird one. Okay, let's put this one in here. Let's see, that might take up too much space. Let me kick you over. Nope. Okay, that's gonna give us trouble. We're gonna move on. You like how I don't put up with the phony baloney. Just next. Next, if you want to give us trouble. We're gonna move on without you. We don't do trouble. Oh, come on, kick off of there. Oh, I just removed it. Nope, that one's gonna give us trouble. I want a little bit smaller piece than what I've got. Let's see. Let's try it. That one's kind of big, actually. But I think it'll be cool. Okay, we're going to leave that on there. And it probably won't stay until I add the next layer of gel. But that's okay. We'll get it. We get it. Here's some tiny little pieces. Just kind of pet around. I love the reflectivity of this. Oh my gosh. So pretty.
Maple says it looks cool.
Doesn't it? I think so too. I think it looks super cool. It's very different. And I like it when it's just kind of like floating, you know, by itself. Like it really stands out against the other pieces. Let me see if this one is more shiny on this side. I think it is. But I think it wants to bend the other way. Let's see. I don't like that there. Come off of there. Maybe we'll use him in another nail. Here's a little triangle. Let's do that. Okay. Let's do one more. Maybe right in here. I'm gonna scoot him over. Okay. All right, let's see this one, Jandy. Let's see your thumb. Okay, let's do some of these little shards just kind of right in the center on the tiny ones. And up in that little corner. Oh, here's some more littles. Okay, let me get a little bit bigger.
Maple, I love this type of nails, but I like to do more character nails.
I know, I love both. And we've been doing a lot of Halloween, you know, nail art. But I think we were both like, okay, maybe we'll do something a little different today.
Naomi said hi.
Hey, Naomi. But I still need to practice, like, because we're going to be having Christmas come up and everything. So, okay, I'm going to do one more of these, just maybe kind of right in the center. Okay, go in the nuker, Jandy, for me. I'm going to put these up as much as best I can here. Okay, get me this little one for sure, because that's a cute one. Save these little glitters that we can. And if you guys are enjoying it, if you'll remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You can share it with a nail lover friend, of course. That would be fabulous. Okay, wait till you see this, guys. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous.
Maple is excited for some Christmas carrots.
Yes, me too. Oh my gosh, the reindeer and the Santa Clauses and all the things. I cannot wait. Let me get this glitter open so we can dive into it here. I can't wait to show you guys. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. And I haven't even used her yet, so today will be the first day. Today will be the first day. Look. Oh my gosh. Wait, you're not getting all of it. Do you see all the pops of color in there? Oh my Lord. Hang on, let me get this open so you can see without the cap on. It's super, super pretty. It's black glitter with like holographic in it. I know, isn't that cool looking? Oh, okay. And I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle it in here. So let me grab a little brush where I can sprinkle. Okay. I'm just gonna use my cleanup brush.
Is it edible?
No, I wish it was though. I'd probably be eating it. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of dip in and dip on until I figure out exactly what it's gonna do. Because I don't want it to completely overpower. And it kind of is not doing a whole lot, oddly enough. Okay, we're still gonna do a little bit on each nail. That surprises me though. Maybe it'll show up though once we get the other things on the nail. I'm just gonna kind of dart it around here. Got one little thing came off, it's okay. Put some there. Just dabbing. Dab. And dab. And dab. Okay, under the nuker, Jandy, just for about 10 seconds. We'll get more exciting. We got a lot of things here I pulled for us. I'm gonna grab my base coat again. We're gonna put a little bit more base on just to secure everything we've got, and then to add some more things for our next layer. Let me see your nails, Jandy. Okay, and again, if anything comes off, don't sweat it. Like that just came off, I can probably just lay it right back down. And it's probably gonna, there, I'm just gonna kind of shift it around a little bit. See, I took that one off too. It's okay though. Just find it a little home somewhere. Probably, I was gonna say, probably the same thing will happen over here with a couple of them, yep. Okay, let's get this back on. Let's put this one right in here. Okay. And let me get a bit more on my, I'm surprised that that black glitter didn't do more for us. You know? It was gorgeous in the container. Okay, Jandy, in the new, and I'm wiping my base brush off before I put it back in my bottle, because otherwise you're gonna end up with stuff all in there. You don't want that. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit, a flash of this Gemini glitter, which is gorgeous. It's got a little bit of a purple flash. Let's see if I can show you. Oh, you kind of can't see the purple, maybe a little bit. This one is called Candy Rush. And we're just gonna kind of dot it around too, just like we did the black. But I have a feeling this one is gonna show up a little bit more. Okay, let me see you, Jandy. All right, oh, look how cool that looks. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I'm just kind of dipping in, here, let me show you. Just kind of dipping the corner of my brush in and dipping on. Okay, dip in, dip, 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 dip. Okay. Dip, 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 dip. Ooh, that one got a lot, look. I like it when it kind of accidentally gets a lot. Okay, see your thumb. Let's do right on the tip too. Okay, Jandy, in the nuker.
Was that stunning?
It is, isn't it? It's very pretty. I can't wait to encapsulate it. Holy cow. Okay, we've got one more. I think one more. No, two more. Okay. Let me show you the next one we're gonna do. If I can find it. It was like right here. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Okay, this one is called, it's by Gemini Cosmetics. It's called Aura 15, and it's like crushed little see-through pieces. So we'll be able to see through, but it will add like a slight bit of reflectiveness. It's gonna be gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, whenever you're ready, Jandy, I think we'll be good. Okay, and we're still keeping it thin. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna dip in, and we're just gonna kind of try to go a little on the light side because we have got a lot going on. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay. I'd like to put a little bit over here. Get on up there. Okay, let's go back in. Maybe up in here. Oh, here's one. And it's okay if these like kind of stand up a little bit because they'll lay down. Once we get to filing it and everything, after we get them encapsulated, it kind of looks cool if you kind of trim some of it off. It looks like it's just kind of floating in there. Okay, oh, that's so pretty. I'm loving it. Okay, let's lay that there. Let's put maybe one right in here. It just gives it like just that little extra pop. Oh, that's pretty. I love it. And you know, she's got on her other hand, she's got that silver design, which I think is going to be pretty pretty with this. It's kind of that silver with the texture in it.
Purple outside today.
It looked purple outside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very cool. I may have to do that on my hand too. I think I'm going to do a little bit more of a crinkle on mine when I do it. Yeah, it's kind of like a gray purple. I'll show you all the nails together when we finish and why I was kind of leaning towards this direction for today. Other than I really wanted to play with like the metallic look. We're just kind of jamming this thing full, right? It's okay. Okay. She said I'm off to the side, so she'll get me right. It all kind of comes together, though. Here's some other little... I've still got some of those tiny little titanium-looking glitters, and I'm just going to kind of dot them around as I go here, if I feel like I want one kicked off on there. This one, I can still see them. This one, they kind of got a little lost, but I can add it back just like this. There we go. Put a couple in here.
Ashley said hello.
Hey, Ashley. Okay, let me look at your thumb again, Andy. Oh, wow. Okay, nuke. You're gonna nuke it, Andy, for, if you will do 30 for me. Woo. Okay, guys, we're almost at the fun part. We're about to encapsulate, and when we encapsulate, it's just gonna kind of magnify everything and really, really make it look pretty. Then we get to shaping, which is going to bring out that even more clear and gorgeous. Okay, let me grab my gel. See what I did with it here. Build Pink. Okay, I'm going to use my Young Nails Synergy Gel in Build Pink. It's got just like, it's really clear, but it's got the slightest little bit of a pink tint to it. Let me get my gel brush ready. Can't believe I forgot to get that out. Okay, let me see you, girl. All right, now we encapsulate. So I'm gonna try to do a thin encapsulation first. We're gonna try a little bit different way of encapsulating. I'm gonna try to do a thin encapsulation first. Be sure to, whoop, Jandy's playing around over here. Try to get it where you need it on your sides and right down that middle and encapsulate everything. That's what I'm doing. And I'm just kind of working my way all around. I'm not going to focus on trying to build my apex right now. I'm just focusing on covering everything. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give it a quick nuke. Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Ashley went and got her nails done today.
Oh, Ashley, I'm so glad. Do you feel pretty? What did you do to them? I love getting my nails done. Especially when it's like a new design and you feel so fresh. Okay, I'm gonna put, again, same thing, just try to get it covered. Okay. I'm gonna back it up here. Get my back. Start working it around to the side. I definitely want everything encapsulated and covered. And I might need to add a little bit extra gel, possibly on this one. We'll find out here shortly.
Ashley went orange and purple.
Oh, nice. So kind of a Halloween vibe. Yeah, enjoy the Halloween while we can. Okay, I feel like we did a good job of covering everything. So I'm gonna give it a quick little zap with my light. Just kind of set everything in place. And I see it's got like some dips and stuff in it, but at least all the glitter is covered. And that's kind of what I wanted, so I'm just gonna kind of quickly cure it so it stays where it is. Okay, ooh, it looks like outer space. That's kind of what I said about your other hand when we did it, remember, Jandy? I don't look like space. So yeah, they definitely will go together well. Okay, let's get this all covered, clear to the tip and around. This one definitely needs a dab more of gel, so let me just bink. Look at that little piece of glitter that lifted up. It's okay, I'm just gonna push it back down in there. No big deal. Okay.
Angelique, it's really beautiful. Hello
Thank
from
you,
France.
Angelique. Hello from France. This is Dallas, Texas here. Dallas, Texas. How's your weather doing? Are you starting to get into the spring weather?
Spring.
Not spring, fall. Sorry, gosh. Yeah, well, it could be spring over there.
It might be.
Yeah, you know how like in Australia, I think it's summertime when it's winter here?
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. You didn't know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little opposite of us. I noticed because in the summertime they were wearing like winter stuff, and I was kind of like, what? I thought they were kind of a beachy climate, but then I found out that theirs is kind of opposite. I would love to go to France. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine the history and the tours. Oh, can you imagine the tours, Jandy? I love old buildings.
Angelique said the weather is beautiful, sunny day.
Oh, wow. Nice. Do you go do the historical stuff around town, or is that not really a big deal there? Like, I would be hitting all of the historical sites. But you might have already done it, like when you were younger or something. It's possible. Although I feel like it's a little bit different experience when you're older and you can kind of appreciate things a little bit more. I know I still do that around here, around Dallas, and Dallas is such a young city, you know. It's nothing like Europe. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I would be in heaven. Although I've been following this channel that has like abandoned sites, you know, that like were once kind of special around Texas. And now I'm kind of wanting to go and check them out. I'm a little afraid that somebody might be hiding in the abandoned place. You know what I mean? It might not be a nice person. They could be doing something illegal there. I don't know. I don't want to get involved in that, but my curiosity is kind of getting to me. Yeah, there was like an old hospital that's been abandoned for a long time. I can't even remember. Long time. But they said that there's like still patient records on the floor, and, you know, because I guess they were kind of in a hurry whenever they got out of there or something, you know. Or people have probably just gone through it, is more like it. But in my mind, I imagine it was like an unexpected hurry up and get out, and and like there was something big going on in the town, and I need to go check it out. Wait, my light went off. Okay, Jandy, in the big nuker for 60 seconds, if you would, please. And then we're going to go in and put our apex in, and anything that is not covered or not high enough for when we file in our shape, we're going to lift that up a bit with our gel. But it shouldn't require too much gel, so that's what I'm hoping for. I think this will be, I'm hoping this is going to be an easier method of covering, of encapsulating stuff. We're going to find out, though, for sure. She's just got 60 seconds in there. I think she's down to 30 seconds left. If you guys have any questions about the glitters that we used today, just holler at me and in the comments, and I'll get back with you quickly because I always read my comments. So I don't have like a big, big, huge channel. So
Ashley would like to see the bats under the bridge.
yes, I did that. Oh my gosh, that was incredible. I did that in San Antonio. No, sorry, Austin. Yeah, I did that in Austin when I was younger. That was incredible. And I stayed at a hotel that sat right there by one of the tunnels, you know, where the bats came out. It was very cool.
Dragon Claw says, hello, beautiful people.
Hello, Dragon Claw. Let me get this. Okay. I'm going to make sure I got my apex in here, and then I'm just going to run it along the top. I really don't need a lot in the tip area. But we'll just kind of make sure it's going to be a pretty simple file. That looks like a simple file to me. Let's nuke it. These are actually going to sit up a little bit higher on top because we're not going to do like the cat claw look, but they are going to be a little bit higher. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have like a little bit of a higher apex, and then the glass is going to sit up a little bit higher. Or it's not glass, of course, it's gel, but it looks like glass. So I'm going to call it glass for this video. Okay, so we want the apex back here, setting up nice, and really I just kind of want this to be on the top. And like I said, an easy file, which that right there is not going to be an easy file. Let me bring this back a little bit more towards the apex. Okay. I don't want to be filing all day, but that looks, we got a lot back there, but that's going to work for us. It'll look good. Maybe I'll take off a teeny tiny bit. Let me put it on this one just for a second. And let's try this again. Just right on top. It started to run, probably because I had it tilted. There we go. Okay, let me zap this before it runs anywhere else. Oh, that looks so freaking cool. You wish you did that before you were pregnant. I know. Ashley, I feel you. Because it's hot in Austin, too. I wonder if do they still have the bats, Jandy? Have you heard? You know, like I remember, you might want to read up about it because I remember, I feel like it's been like within the last year, a bunch of the bats were dying off because they were getting a disease, and I'm not even sure what the disease was, but they were getting a disease, and they were talking about how they were dying out, and that it was of concern because they were dying like, you know, fast, like in big numbers. So I know it was really upsetting because Jandy and I both really love the bats. We think they're so cool. Okay, I'm gonna zap this one. For a while, we thought it would be really cool to rehab the bats. But after kind of doing some reading and stuff, I have autoimmune issues. So then I was like, okay, that's probably not a good idea because they have things that, you know, we can get from them. So I thought, maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave that up to the experts. But can I go in and pet sometime, please? Because I would gladly pet them and kiss them. Jandy would too. We both love the critters. But especially probably the ugly ones, right? The scary looking ones. I think maybe the only thing I would be afraid to hug on would be like a porcupine. You know? That might be a little scary. Porcupine, are armadillos, are they just hard or are they also sharp? They're just hard, okay. Because they're cute. I was thinking the other day, and Jandy, you would probably know because I know you've done this before. You know those penguins? Mm-hmm. When you're with the penguins, do they smell like fish? Or do you not remember them smelling like fish? Because I was kind of thinking, you know, they swim.
It's so cold, I think it doesn't necessarily smell that way.
Jandy said she doesn't think so.
I don't recall it.
Yeah, she doesn't recall that.
And I was feeding them fish.
Because you bet like the orcans, I was going to say, the orcas and stuff probably smell fishy. You know what I mean? Or like the sea lions and stuff.
I don't remember either of them.
Especially their bad dog. Yeah, I feel you there. Yeah. I wouldn't want to mess with any of that kind of stuff. Okay, one more. And we're just kind of putting that apex up here, and we're going to make it a little bit taller so we can keep a really nice glass effect when we shape it. I want it to be just a little bit taller.
Their claws are sharp.
Are they? Wow, I would not have thought that. Would you have, Jandy?
Bats?
Yeah.
I mean, a little, I guess, but
You would have? Jandy said she would have expected that.
I mean, not like it would cut you, maybe, but
I would not have.
I mean, unless they wanted to. I don't know.
Okay, Jandy, in the big light for 60 seconds. While she's doing that, I'm going to pick up I'm going to put my lid back on my gel, kind of put it over in the area where it needs to go up. I'm going to pack up my brush. I just like to leave the gel on it. And not if there's a whole bunch of it, but leave it conditioned, I should say. And then we're going to do some filing, so I'm just going to keep the same mat out here for now. Let me grab a little bit more bitey of a bit. I'm going to use my X-Cut. It's got a little bit more strength to it. Let's get our little dust collector out here. And our file. Change out my bit while she's still in the light. And I know we're going to have to take off that sticky layer. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little pad ready with solution on it. I use my swipe nails. And then I'm going to wipe off this sticky. I know they look extremely chunky. Don't worry about it, though. We're going to fix it up here. We're not going for ultra thin, though. We're going for a little bit of a glass effect. So a little bit more of a glass effect, I should say. This is going to be a little challenging because it's going to be not the normal kind of shape. You know what I mean? That I'm shooting for. But I'm going to try to remember just to keep it a little higher. So I'm going to look at it from its side, figure out where I want my horizon to be, which is the very top, the highest point of the whole, going down the whole nail. So I can start back here, take that down a little bit. Let me get the height of my apex in. We might be kind of dusting off a little bit more than what we normally would be. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna go for that for my apex height. So let's bring this down just a little bit more. And then let me come to the tip, and the tip is gonna slant up towards that apex. I want it just, let's see what that looks like. Okay, I want a little bit more right in here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and look down my barrel and take off the bulk on the sides. But because I'm going for a little bit of a different shape, what I want to do is be sure that I keep my brush handy so I can remove this and look at it, because I don't want to go too far with it. Because we're trying to keep kind of a little bit of height right down that middle part. Okay, and I'm just looking down the barrel. Okay, I want to get this back here. It's just a little bulky. And if you end up taking out too much and you kind of cut into your shape, don't worry about it. We can fix it. Okay, I want a little bit more of a drastic lead up here. Okay, I'm gonna look back down the nail and I can see where I can bring it a little tighter in through here and a little tighter in through here. Once you feel like you got it kind of close, then I would go ahead and stop, which I'm almost there. And we'll get the rest with a file, okay? I'm gonna get the rest of that with a file for sure. But I like that shape. I'm gonna get a little bit more. Okay. Just kind of tinker and toy with it. That look kind of like a little beak. But it'll sit up a little bit higher with that glass look. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. I know I want to go lower back here. And then let's look. Okay, I probably want my apex to be exactly like right about there. So we can go lower on the lead up here. And then work our way up. And I don't want it so pointy up there, but there we go. Okay, let me brush it off. I know I need to kind of come around the side. And the side's not really where I want the bulk. So I can come in good there and come in pretty tight. So I'm just kind of marrying up the side with that center part that I did the horizon on. And then I want to get tied up in here. Because I do like it to be tight on my sides. Okay, let's look. Okay, I want it to be a little bit more straight up into our apex. So I can part here. And I can come in a little bit more over here. Okay. Let's dust us off. We're gonna have a lot of dust. I'll probably have to clean this before we even finish, because we're gonna be making a good sized mess. Here, let me do that while I'm thinking about it. If you're making a big mess and you don't feel like your duster is collecting dust like it should, then just remove your little filter, dump it out, even though it's mid-service. Let me do that. So I just kind of clean it out and put the same one back in here. Now it should collect a little bit better for us. Get my e-file back on here. Okay, let's look at our horizon again. Okay, I know I want to bring this in. Probably my horizon right there, because this one doesn't have as much that we have to file back there, but it's got a good amount down here. I'm gonna go ahead and let it come up into a point. You see how it's coming to a point on our apex? I'm just gonna keep it like that for a second. And then just gradually take off a little bit, but I do want this to be more straight. Take off that a little bit. Okay, let's get our sides. I don't have as much on my sides over here. And I have to keep in mind that this finger naturally is wider than the other ones. So, which you guys might not have caught, because I think I explained that when we were in the very beginning of the video, which kind of messed up on us. You should be able to go back and watch it though, if you care to. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you'll do me a favor and hit the like button, it will help us in the YouTube algorithm. It's supposed to. That's what they all say. Yeah. Okay, I want this to be a little straighter, or a little bit more slanted, I should say. A little bit more of a dive up into the... Okay, when I start to get close, I just stop, okay? With my e-file. Because this one, it's the X-cut, it's a little strong, so it'll take off, it'll catch up and take off too much on you if you're not careful. Okay, let's look. All right, this one, I do want my apex a lot lower than that. Okay, then let's come up into our point. Okay, let me clean it off. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and come around real close, like to the skin. Because I know I want that to be thin. Same over here. Okay, now I can look at it down that barrel and see how much I can bring it in. And I'm just marrying it up with the front. I mean, sorry, the center. The front center. This can come down. Okay. I can go a little bit more. And come back down here again. Okay. Let me move on to this one. I'm going to go ahead and get it shorter in the back before we look at it sideways here. Okay, that's got a little bit of a hump, so maybe I just want a tiny bit more for our apex. Narrow that out. Let's go ahead and come up into a nice little peak. And then kind of marry that where it's not exactly a peak, but it's still going to be a little bit higher than what we would normally make it if we were shooting for just a very natural looking thin nail. Okay, let me come around. And I want to look down that barrel. And just kind of bring it straight down. Now her nail really curves here, so I'm just gonna bring that a little bit lower. So I just have to keep in mind that she's kind of got curly nails that curl down, so. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna go ahead and switch to my file. Let me get her dusted off so I can see real good. Dust myself off. Let me see that, this side of your hand, Jandy. Okay. Okay, back around. Thank you. I'm gonna zoom us back out just a hair. A little hair more than that. Let's see. Whoop. Okay, it's gonna, somebody give me a hard time here. Hang on, guys. Okay. Dust myself off. I'm just gonna file it just without that duster, okay? And first I'm gonna file it facing me, and then we'll do client profile. So I'm just gonna come down on the sides, just like we did in the very, very beginning. Just parallel on the sides. Parallel, parallel, parallel. I know you kind of get the hint, guys. Sometimes, though, when I was very first learning, I appreciated I watched a lot of Tammy Taylor, and she always like repeats her words, but really it helped me so much. Okay, I'm gonna go a little tad bit more pointed on my outline here. I'm gonna lift it up from under. Okay, I like that. And then I just want to kind of have this sloping up as much as possible because I want it nice and thin on my sides. Well, not too thin, but nice. Okay. Okay, that's looking good from my viewpoint here. And then this one, same, we're gonna just kind of have it a little bit more pointed. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up just here. Definitely kind of have it a little bit more smoother on this side. And I'm just kind of changing my angle of my file depending on what kind of slant I need to make it look really nice. I want it to be a bit thinner here at the tip. Like that. Okay, that's gonna be pretty. I'm gonna get this a hair more pointed in. This one, just a hair more pointed in. Okay, that's gonna be pretty. Okay, Jandy, if I can kind of fix your, there you go. Just wanted to kind of get you straight so I don't file you crooked. This one was really bothering me on the side here. It was a little poochy. This is that one finger though that's a little wider, so I have to remember that. And there's only, there's only so much more that you can narrow it out. Do you know what I'm saying? Before you really knock it off balance and you lose all your support and your strength, and it just really looks funny then. So you kind of got to be careful with that. A little bit slower when you're on that one. Just to be careful. Okay, I'm lifting it up underneath. And I can already tell by the underside that it's a little off. So I'm going to try to hang her a little bit more straight here. There we go. Okay. Let's get you tucked in. Okay, there. Just have to kind of keep repositioning them if they start to drift off to one side, or I think they start to kind of get comfortable, people.
Sugar is here.
Hey, Sugar, how are you? They start to get comfortable and they start to kind of relax and go to one side or the other, and it's just kind of our job to get them back where they need to be. And in the beginning, I used to ask people, like, let me, can you move your hand over here, whatever. I don't even ask anymore because I feel like they're just going to forget again. So just move them. Not so much Jandy. Jandy, Sometimes Jandy gets nervous and she gets a little difficult to control. She'll get a little stiff on me. So I have to tell her, hey, relax. Okay, I'm just lifting this up a hair. Right as the dogs are starting to get anxious, we're finishing up. They allow us only so much. Decide they got to eat again. Okay, I'm curving this in. There wasn't too much to really remove here, but I do see a bit of bulk that I want to get at this tip. Let's bring this in a little bit more too. Now this one was longer also than the others, so we had a little bit more room to work on our shape also. Relax your thumb, Jandy. There you go. I'm fighting with you. Thin it out. My goal isn't so much to thin out the glass gel product. It's more to thin it out for the shape, for the overall shape. Okay, but I do need to lift it up on this side. Okay, hang on, Jandy. Oh, what did I do? Did I do something? Can you see good, Jandy? Okay. Okay, as long as you can see good, keep me in line because I lost my vision on my screen. So guys, if you have any questions, just go ahead and still put them in there and Jandy will just let me know. You can see though?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you can see, you can tell me. I just can't see. I hit it and it did something like, it said something like fix your orientation. Well, I don't see where I can fix my orientation, so I'm not gonna worry about it. You can just help me. This is what it's going to be like when AI takes over the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have trouble like this. It's going to give us some kind of weird error message that we're not going to know what the world to do with. And it's going to be wrong anyway. And there's not going to be any reasoning with it. Okay, let's get her cleaned up. As I clean her up, we're also going to be able to, I'm just using Swipe 2 to clean her up. But I'm going to be able to see where do I need to add a bit more color. Like, where did I take off some color? And maybe just like around that cuticle area. think the rest so far looks pretty good. This one, I need to fix the shape on just a wee bit. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Plus, we're going to do your view anyway. So, okay. Yeah, I want to go around with just a little bit. And I think I'm going to go around with black. Like, not even just like that light black. I think I'm just going to go around with black. I think that'll be pretty. Be a little bit stronger, but... Okay, let me put... Okay, just relax, Jandu. Let me fix this. I'm going to use my Young Nails manicure top, and I'm going to just put a layer. Am I in the center, Jandy? Are we down too low? We're good?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I'm getting it where I'm gonna also need to add that black. Just so that way we can kind of get away with a little bit less black and keep it really thin. Because it'll just kind of melt in there into our top coat. I'm almost out of my top coat. Thank God. They're about to have their Black Friday sale, so I can get some more. Because I'm running low. This is really going to be pretty, though. I can see just from adding this. And I think it's like, especially with that darker black around it, oh, I think it's going to be almost like a little bit of a frame. Okay, so while it's still wet, I'm gonna go in. I've got a little bit of black on my brush, and I'm just going to go around where I feel like I need it just a hair tighter, or where I feel like I have removed too much product in my filing.
Stephanie said those are stunning.
Thank you, Stephanie. Aren't they? They're gorgeous. Look at that. I know I'm wanting them on my own nails now. Okay, let me get in here. This was kind of a tight area. Okay. And I'm gonna bring it down here. So see, some are gonna be a little bit darker than others, but I kind of like that. I like the way it looks. Want that on the skin though. Okay. Maybe like a little bit more up in here. Okay, I like this. Okay. And let's get this one. Just as close as we can. Can everybody see okay, Jandy? Okay, thank you. I'm still, my thing still says I'm not oriented, so I can see it all. Only what's in my hands. Let's just bring that around. I want the tiniest bit more over here. Okay, I like that. Let's get your thumb. What do you guys think about the outline? Was it a good call? I kind of feel like it might have been. I wouldn't have done this except for the fact that it did look like I kind of filed away a little bit too much, you know? And I thought, yeah, we need to add that back. Okay, and the nuclear Jandy. You
see
are?
all the rainbow colors.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I know. I put a lot of holographic in there. I went a little crazy with the holographics, but it's worth it. Okay, you're going for 30 seconds, Jandy. 30-second countdown. Before I put on the final top coat, I'm going to turn her client profile view, and we're going to take a look. I'll kind of back us up a little bit.
I love it because you can never have too much holiday.
Right. I know. I saw some ad today. It was hilarious. There was this like plate that says, I guess, I'm sure she was a nail tech or something. Anyway, she had this like dinner plate and like a little dessert bowl and stuff like that. Anyway, it had like all these glitters like and everything. And she had like a spoon or whatever. And she was, dishing up the glitter to eat. I was like, yeah, that's about how it feels. And I love it. Okay, I'm going to move this out your way for a second. So I can put you up here and we can see from client profile. Okay, I kind of like, okay, this one's a little off. So let me just. Okay. This one is just a hair off as well. So I'm just going to fix it now. Okay, let me see your thumb. Okay, thumb looks pretty good, except for I want to come in here and in up here a little bit more. Okay. All right, turn this way, Jandy, and I'm going to get her wiped off because we just did more filing. And just make sure I'm not going to put in my final top coat any more of that dust because we don't need that. Let me get her wiped off real nice. Oh my gosh, it is flashy. Wow. Flashy, flashy. Oh, let me do this too. I almost forgot. Let me make sure she is good and nice and thin underneath. So I'm going to switch back to my arbor band. And I'm just going to do it with my arbor band. So I'm just going to put it on like 7,000 RPMs, pull her skin back, lift it up. And I'm just kind of hitting that tip. And of course, it kind of fits right in and gets the sides automatically. So. You just got to be careful not to get her skin. Which I'm kind of used to using my arbor band to do this, so I don't mind. Okay. The other thing that I have done probably that I hate with this arbor band when I'm doing this part is sometimes I have slipped and like accidentally filed the top. Like when your hand slips. Wait, if you'll turn me this way. Okay.
I usually use my mini arbor band. It fits
Yes.
so well for me under the nail beds because my fingers are so small.
I agree. I love that mini arbor band. I ran out of my little sanding bands for it. So that's like the only reason I haven't been using it. I've got to get more. And I'm just so broke that girl is broke. But that doesn't mean we won't somehow come into some money. So we'll just keep thinking positively. I'm going to get her dusted off just real quick with the brush. I don't know how Chris, I don't know. Luckily, we're going to families for Thanksgiving, so we won't have to worry about that. But man, the month of November is going to be tough, tough, tough. No joke. Probably for everybody, it's going to be tough. Okay, I'm going to zoom us in, and then we're going to get these top coated. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. Okay. Go all the way back. Oh, that's gorgeous. get you back just a hair. Normally I would be floating my top coat on, but honestly, I'm at like the very end of it. And this is my favorite top coat. So this one and Susie's from Nail Career Education, that is my favorite top coats. Now, if I want to use like a thicker top coat, Gotti is nice, and Ready by Red Iguana is nice. What?
Do you have to wipe that top coat?
Yeah, we have to wipe it off, but I use there's a particular swipe that Young Nails makes. It's this one right here. It's kind of a purpley color, and it's called Manicure Swipe, and it'll keep everything still like really, really shiny. It won't dull anything out. But yeah, we have to wipe the top coat off. I was hearing something earlier, and I think I was half asleep when I was listening to it. Somebody talking about why they recommended using the wipe top coats, and I cannot remember right now what it was. It'll come to me later. I'm sure it's on my TV, because I know I was taking a nap when I heard it. But whenever I figure out what it was, I'll tell you what they said. I was like halfway trying to listen and halfway sleeping.
Sugar says they look awesome.
Don't they look gorgeous? Okay, and the Nuka Jandy for 60 seconds, please. I'll show you her other hand. I'll go ahead and get it. So this is on her other hand, and it also looks kind of like outer spacey too, doesn't it? So I think it'll go good with the hand that we just did. It's not as glittery, of course, but it's got a little bit of cat eye on it. And there's a tutorial on this one, of course, too. We did the other day. These nails are a little bit longer. That's why I kind of thought we'll do a little bit more of a pointed shape on the other hand that we've got going on. This one still may be a little bit more pointed, this hand. Okay, wait, you're still going, aren't you? Okay, she's still going. I'm gonna get my little pad ready with my Young Nail swipe. Got to spit everywhere, didn't it? I'll be glad when we can place a new order, though, because I am running low. Yeah, I like this set. They look really cool. Okay, we'll see them together, too, after we get this wiped down. I do want to look at them and just see any of them like a hair more pointed. Let's see. Okay, I think I do want to do a little bit more on this thumb now that I looked at that other thumb. I don't want to get carried away, but just a hair. I like that one. I think this one is pretty good. That one's real good. And that one's good too. I like that. Okay, let's get some oil on you. This little poor thumb has had it. We need to give it some TLC this week. We'll be doing my own nails pretty soon because that's got to be done too. Okay, I'm going to put some lotion on her. If you'll put your other hand up here, Jandy. I'm just going to kind of get it with both hands. Okay, let's turn you back around. I hear you back there wanting to throw a fit. Listen, we are almost done, kiddo. Almost done, kiddos. Boy, dogs are bossy. The cats are just chill. The dogs be like, yaw, yaw. We've been waiting all day. Let me see your hand, Jandy. Here. Here, you can relax. Okay, so this is what we got. Is this they kind of go together? I like them. They're both very outer spacey. Oh, I like it a lot. Thank you, Jandy, for letting me play with you and use you as my mannequin. It really helps. All right, guys, I will see you Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Hopefully, we won't have any kind of internet issues, and I will see you then. All right, have a good night. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Okay? All right, have a good one.